Hello, everyone. We're going to fly some spaceships tonight. It is 6 weeks away from my annual 24-hour marathon for Extra Life. You can see the statistics. Oh, no, over here. Shows up different on my screen. You can see over here, I am fundraising as part of Extra Life again for the 8th year in a row. On November 1st in the evening, I will be starting a 24-hour fundraising marathon right here on Twitch. I'll be playing old games the whole time and raising money for the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children. It is a very good cause. It is a lot of fun. Please come and help me stay awake. You'll be hearing a lot about it from me in the coming weeks. Only 6 weeks away. It's coming up close. Yeah, it'll be good. Playing Zork Grand Inquisitor. That's the chosen game. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go. We've got some fun incentives lined up. I might add some milestones for when we hit certain funding stages. Haven't decided yet. It'll be a good time. Tonight, we are playing Elite Dangerous. And the game has been chosen because it is the 40th anniversary of the original Elite game being released for the Acorn Electric and the BBC Micro. It was released on a bunch of different platforms afterwards, including the Commodore 64, which was the first version I encountered. The Commodore 64 version famously adds the Blue Danube music when you are docking at a space station, a la Space Odyssey. And it stays in to this very day. So if we do auto dock, I might have music disabled. I can turn on the music. Regardless, in this game, it has the same thing. Plays Blue Danube when you are auto-docking at a space station. Super fun. I'm out in the middle of nowhere in this game. I went to a place called Colonia a while back, which is sort of like a second settled area of the galaxy. Let me plonk a link down in the chat so you can sort of see where I'm at. This should be public. You should be able to see this. Anyway, there's a map there if you go to it. And maybe there's a map. I don't know. Anyway, navigate around in there and you can find a map where I am. But I'm about 13,000 light years away from the bubble, which is the main settled area of humanity. And the bubble is under attack by an alien race called the Thargoids. We may have started it, but humanity does need help. The Thargoids have apparently abducted millions of people, and they have recently invaded behind the front lines at a system called Shinrarta Dezhra. May not be pronouncing that correctly. But Shinrarta Dezhra is important to me because all of my other ships are stored in the garage there. So that's not great. It is a system that is permit locked. Not all pilots are allowed in there. I believe people who kickstarted this game back in 2014 were given a permit, and also anyone who achieves elite status. And elite is basically a rank in one of the different game categories. Originally, it was just combat in the original game. You could only get score by fighting enemy ships. Regardless, I don't do a lot of combat, but we are going to try and get back to the bubble and do some anti-alien combat and do our part. I'm not very good at it. I've got my my head tracker is not on my headset right now because I forgot to charge it. But hopefully in the time it takes us to get back to the bubble, it'll be charged. I've got it plugged in right now. And that'll help a lot with the combat. Primarily, I am an explorer. This is my exploration ship. And we're just going to get going. I tend to play solo so that I don't get ganked in PvP. Plus, it doesn't really matter because I tend to be exploring on the other side of the galaxy from where everyone else is. So we're just going to plot our course is what we're going to do. a replotter course. It'll recalculate every time I log in. So V886 Centauri is where we are supposed to group for the counteroffensive that we are launching. It's very far away, just to give you an idea. So I'm here. The bubble is here. This is the main settled area of humanity. Over here is Colonia, which is where I was hanging out. And the system we're going to, I can find it, there it is how far away from us right now. So it's a little over 13,000 light years away. So it's going to be quite the trip. I have a decision to make. So I am generally an explorer. I explore all the systems I visit. We might try doing that as we go. Just going to bring up, I've got some third-party tools here that help me in my exploration duties. You can't see them, but I've got a nice little tool that lets me see what planets are worth scanning. Next time I do this, I might set it up so that you can actually share that with me. Regardless, we're just going to get going, and if you guys get bored, we might try to race. But for now, we are going to be good explorers and actually scan every system we come across. So the first system on our route is a neutron star. Neutron stars are fun. We can supercharge our frameshift drive with them. And our frameshift drive is this imaginary technology that lets us cross the big gulfs between stars. So we're going to fly through the energetic jets of the neutron star and supercharge our drive. So that's a neutron star right there. And without flying too close to the exclusion zone, I'm going to steer my way into the energetic jet. And my ship is going to scoop some of these highly charged particles and basically triple how far I can go in one jump. It's totally safe, though. It damages my drive a little every time I do it. So, as I said, we're going to be good explorers for now. We're going to make sure we scan everything in the system as we go. Looks like someone has already been here, so I'm just going to be very quick about it. When you are the first person to scan and map a planetary body, you can get your name on it when you hand in your data when you dock at a station. So you see that Achieved Fiber 73 first discovered this planet, and Bacardi was the first one to come map it. Which is a more detailed scan from close by. We're probably just going to identify all the planets in the system and move on, unless one is worth a particularly huge amount of money. And it's unlikely any of them will be. So depending on the type of planet and how close it is to its star, it might be a candidate for terraforming, which are always worth more if you scan them in detail. I guess that's called mapping, it's not scanning. This is scanning what we're doing now. But we can send probes to the planet if we get up close and map it to get more money. And we hand in our exploration data and, you know, get our name on it. So yeah, there's nothing here worth actually mapping. So we're going to move on. And you can see we're jumping about 312.5 light years with this jump because we boosted our jump engine with the neutron star. Normally I can get about 80 in a jump in this ship, which is excellent. This is a ship that's designed basically around a giant engine. It's got very little else going on. It has no weapons. It's a straight exploration ship. I have some safety features that are not strictly necessary, like shields and heat sinks. But for the most part, it is a very bare bones ship. And we just have to scoop some Corona gas to refuel our drive here. Without toasting ourselves. Okay. Get some distance from this star. And let's see how many jumps. Okay, so it thinks about 133 jumps to get where we're going. We can definitely do that this evening. I may skip scanning at some point and revisit all these systems at a later time. Check my log and see which ones I didn't properly scan. The scanning is actually really important because I'm using a third-party tool called ED Discovery, which uploads all my exploration data to a bunch of third-party tools online that basically all serious players use. And if you're not linked into these tools, you're not sharing your exploration data, what you're finding. So these tools that let you know chart routes and find efficient ways of going places and log really interesting discoveries, those are all stored by EDSM, for example. I shared a link earlier. Oh, sorry, I'm just seeing your messages now. I'm on full screen in this. Yes. Yes, my ship is basically a giant ship because I wanted the biggest possible engine on it, and it's got nothing else. So Duke, give me your opinion here. Should I be scanning everything, or am I going to race back home? We've got 133 jumps to do to get back. It's not painted red, unfortunately. I could paint it red. I think I have some red liveries for it, but I'll have to get back to a station to do it. We're about 12,000 light years from the nearest station. Yeah, I will. I'll show you my ship when we get to the next system. Yeah, I figured that. So I'm gonna park here and scoop. I just need another charger. Because my headset is also dying, which is extremely annoying. Okay, so maybe the head tracker is not gonna come out tonight. Alright. So my headset I'm gonna plug in. Hey, Obsidian Fury. You're just dealing with energy issues. Trying to, at least. Trying to. Okay. 1 second. Gonna thread this through. Ah, much better. Now I have room. Get our head tracker charging. I'm positive I have a proper cable for it somewhere in here. That'll do it. Like real mechanical issues. Okay, everything that should be charging is charging. Okay, so we are just going to go as fast as we can 132 jumps. Make a note. I'm going to take a screenshot. The system we last scanned, the first system we didn't scan is Blua Hypu YIR BB22. We are going to get back to the bubble as fast as we possibly can. This will be a record. So 133 jumps, about 13,000 light years. Time me, folks. I'm starting at 23:51 UTC. And when we get there, we will outfit ourselves in a warship, because this ship has no weapons. For now, we are just going to travel as quickly as humanly possible. Which is pretty damn quick. This ship is about as fast as ships get in this game. We have to get far enough from the star that we're not going to melt ourselves when we initiate our jump again. So you'll see us sort of skim the surface to get fuel, and then wait a little bit to pull some distance. If you look, my radar in the lower middle, that little percentage in the upper left of the radar, that is my heat percentage. And basically anything above 70 is really bad. I try not to get above 70. Okay, this is a neutron star, so we are going to scoop the energetic particles and boost our drive so we can make a 313 light year jump. And do this as quickly as possible without destroying ourselves. We are supercharged. Line up with our next jump. We're making good time, I think. Should probably scan. That's like the basic, we call it honking. It's the basic scan you can do before you do detailed scans, but it gets you a little bit. Okay, and you'll notice I can't scoop fuel from a neutron star, so I always need more fuel after I do one of those jumps. Yeah, listen. Well, I can't do it again yet. Listen next time when I jump into a... Oh, no, it reset. Hang on, listen. This is why we call it honking. Yeah, just call it honking. Just to see what's out there. I'll wait till my heat goes below 50, which is probably a good bet that I can get away without melting myself. And on to the next system. Ooh, like homemade crunch wraps? That sounds awesome. That's amazing, Duke. So, because this next jump is only 14 light years away, I'm going to guess that it's another neutron star. Or they're placing me so that I can reach another neutron star. So it says the next star is a yellow-orange star, so no. But I would bet that the jump afterwards is going to line me up with a neutron star. The route plotter is actually pretty good at finding you the most efficient distance to something. And you'll notice I had to scoop much less fuel. In the lower right where you see my fuel gauge, the blue bit is how much fuel my next plotted jump is going to take. And it depends on the distance I'm going. It's kind of on a logarithmic scale though. So going twice as far takes exponentially more fuel. Going triple as far does not take triple the fuel. It takes way, way, way more fuel. So doing little jumps will use very little fuel. We are going to go meet some Thargoids, Obsidian Fury. They have invaded the bubble, and so we are coming back home to meet them. So if you run out of fuel in an empty system, you are stranded. You have a couple options, Duke. You can self-destruct, and the game will respawn you in the last station you docked at. And let you rebuy your ship if you have enough money to cover the insurance deductible. Because yes, these ships have insurance on them. If you can't pay the deductible though, you don't get your ship back. You get a little crappy starter ship. Your other option, which is way more fun, but probably takes a lot longer, is to call the fuel rats. Shoot. I did not scoop enough. I gotta loop back around. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So the other option, Duke, is you can call in the Fuel Rats. And the Fuel Rats are a player-run group of players who rescue stranded explorers. So they will come to you with fuel and refuel you, which is pretty freaking cool. Play a game to an ABBA song for every $20? I've got some musical games that I could put ABBA songs into. I do love ABBA. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Okay, pull some distance. And next system. Maybe I'll make that one of my higher incentives. Someone donates $800. It will be all ABBA all night, 24 hours. That little yellow line that you see around the star, that is the exclusion zone. Inside that is where the gravitational pull of the star is so great that my frameshift drive will no longer work, and I'm pulled out of my superliminal travel and will probably melt. All right. While we are jumping to this next system, I'm going to turn on the air conditioner because it is roasting in here. I'm going to jump and then turn down my throttle so I don't run directly into the star. I'll be back. Okay, that should help. That's a brown dwarf. I cannot scoop fuel from it. Next jump is a Class K star. We can scoop fuel from it. What a world, Duke. Scooping that fuel. Try not to melt. As I said, once you get about 70%, the heat is kind of runaway. You can't dump it fast enough. You have to stop adding heat to the system. It's really bad. The cool thing about hyperspace, or witch space, as it is often called, is that our drives that use it, we reverse engineered from Thargoid technology. We think the Thargoids might actually, like, live in there. Yeah, this would be better with Abba playing, wouldn't it? So playing this game in the past, I have been traveling through hyperspace and being yanked out of it unceremoniously by Thargoids who scanned me and then left because apparently I wasn't either interesting or a threat. But they definitely understand the technology better than we do. Next. Ooh, Class A star. They're pretty. So as you can see, I can get about 78 light years in a jump without boosting on a neutron star. This is a very fast ship. Could probably get a couple more light years out of it if I ditched my shield generator and maybe my heat sinks to lose a little more weight. But those are important safety margins for me as an explorer. You don't want to make a mistake when you're tens of thousands of light years from the nearest place you can get repaired. In fact, if you look at what I've got installed on the ship, I have 2 auto field maintenance units, which are, you can repair other parts with them. I have 2 of them so that one can repair the other if it gets damaged. I'm very safe when I'm exploring. And we are 119 jumps away. We will try replotting once we get to about 100. The game has an easier time calculating the fewer jumps it has to do. It might find us a more efficient route. We might go from 100 to like 80 or something like that. It's worth a shot. Okay. Our next jump is in a different direction and only 48 light years away, so it's probably a neutron star. That would be my guess. Yep. I know how that computer thinks. So boosting is probably the riskiest thing that we'll do on this trip in before we meet the actual aliens. But in terms of exploring, about the riskiest thing you do is landing on planets. That's what I have the shields for. In case I don't come in too gently. Okay. You'll notice to the right of my radar, there's a little circle around my ship diagram that says 0%. That is my shield percentage right now. It's because I have them turned off. You don't need them unless you're landing or docking or in combat. It won't save you from getting melted by a star. So you just leave them off and run a little cooler, and you use up less fuel. Hey, thank you so much, whoever donated. I can't see you right now, but I really appreciate it. I'm fundraising for Extra Life, in case anyone in the chat hasn't heard. It's in 6 weeks, exactly 6 weeks from tonight. I'll be streaming for 24 hours straight, raising money for the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children. It is a great cause. Thank you so much to whoever just donated. You're amazing. It's amazing. It's a great cause. We'll talk about it more over the coming weeks. But it is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be playing a game called Zork Grand Inquisitor, which is a goofy 90s full motion video adventure game. It'll be a lot of fun. Michael McKean's in it, and everyone loves Michael McKean. So it'll be my 8th year doing it. Thargoids. They are the only other intelligent species in the galaxy that we know of that still exists. There's another species that seems to be extinct. They are hostile universally. They do not attempt to communicate. They might be insectoid in nature. We haven't found any planets that they've actually settled on. So the theory is they might live in hyperspace. But they certainly, they harvest planets for resources. They're weird. They don't want to talk to us. We don't understand them. Yeah, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. It is a mystery. But certainly they are like almost universally aggressive when you meet them. Unless they consider you like not a threat. They are hyper-territorial. And the way they claim territory is to seed planets with like automated machines, bioorganic, biomechanical things, hundreds of millions of years before they come back to harvest the resources they've gathered. So in the meantime, you might be filling up star systems that have these things in them on different moons, not realizing it. And the Thargoids view that whole system as their territory, and so they'll move and they'll wipe everyone out in them. Because, they stuck their flag in the ground there 500 million years ago, and what the hell are you doing? They are a long-term planning species for sure. Pretty much. Recently, humanity tested a new weapon to disable the Thargoids, and it didn't work out so well. It just seemed to call more of them out of hyperspace. I mean, it did work, but it made them really angry. And now they kind of view us as at war with them, and they are attacking us where they have not staked claims. Entire star systems have gone missing, as in like millions and millions of people have been abducted. Not killed, they just disappeared. Yeah, so we kicked the hornet's nest, and we don't like the consequences. Regardless, I am racing back to human territory to try and help out against the Thargoids, whether we started it or not. Because like I said, they invaded the star system that all my ships are stored in the garage in. And that cannot stand. I mean, I guess that's probably their feelings about their little barnacles they install on planets. Who's Fernando? Oh, this is a big star. What is this? There we go. There's the exclusion zone. How many jumps have we got left? 111. When we get to 100, we'll replot our course. And we'll look on the map and see how far we've come. Yeah, what are we talking about? Duke, I think your decision about not fully scanning all the systems was the correct one. I did it on the way out to Colonia. It's how I made my fortune. Exploration data is worth a ton. Plus you get your name on all this stuff. Not that the odds are high of anyone ever visiting one of the systems you pass through on your way. Guilty as charged. But this nerd's gonna try and do his part. He's gonna dust off the warship and see how it handles. Yeah, bragging rights too, with other nerds. Scooping, scooping, scooping. Ooh, I jumped a little too close. See my heat jump up like that? Didn't wait long enough. Jumped almost to 80. It's bad. Looks like it's gonna be a neutron star. Yep. Scoop those sweet, sweet energetic particles. They say that every time, but it's fine. Scoop that fuel. We need a lot of it this time. I have not seen either, Duke. Yeah, it's been recommended to me many times. The book, at least. Feel like I should read the book first. How many jumps have we got left? 104. So 3 more after this one. Then we will replot our course and see if it saves us any distance. there, folks. Making good time, I think. Scooping fuel. Okay, we are entering a new sector of the galaxy, the Inner Orion Spur, which I believe is where the bubble is. We'll look at the map after this. Okay, for the next jump, we will check our map. Yeah, I'll show you a map of the galaxy when we get to the next jump. It's pretty cool how they've laid it out. If you scroll up in the chat, I shared a link to my public profile for this game on the Elite Dangerous Star Map website. You can see a map of the galaxy and where I've traveled around on there. It's pretty cool. Alright. Scoop this fuel, get away from this star, and we will look at our map. Guess we can look at the ship too. I promised to look at the actual ship, didn't I? You can kind of see a little orange hologram of it on the lower right there, but it's not the same. Alright, how do we, oh there we go. And then how do we get free camera? There we go. This is my ship. Its name is the Living Infinite. You win a shiny penny if you can tell me what that's from. It is a reference. It is an Anaconda. That is the class of ship it is. It is very big. To give you an idea of how big it is, we'll take a look at me. There I am. So it's a very big spaceship. Purely for exploration. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright. Let's look at that map. Galaxy map. Okay. So. Yes. This is where we are. The bubble is here. It's the Inner Orion Spur. We were in the Inner Scutum Centaurus arm, and Colonia is kind of on the edge of that, and Odin's Hold. So all of these are different sectors of the galaxy. So you can kind of organize your exploration around where you want to go visit. Eventually, I would like to visit everything, but I haven't really done that. I've done a little bit of screwing around over here. I've been up to Colonia a couple times. I went and visited Sagittarius A star because obviously you're going to go look at Sagittarius A star, which is super cool. You get all the weird light distortion stuff. It's fun. All right, we were going to replot our course, weren't we? Oh my god. Just to give you a scale, let me filter it so that I'm showing every single type of star. Okay. These are all stars we could visit. All of these. It is a one-to-one simulation of how many stars the actual galaxy has. This is just our route. All these little bits are the jumps on our route. This is an insanely freaking huge game. There's trillions of stars in our galaxy, and they're all there's yeah, you could visit all of these. These are all places we could go. It's crazy. All right, so we are going to replot our course. Right now it's 100 jumps. I cancel my route. So now we've traveled about 4,000 light years. Let's see if it can get us less than 100 jumps. 117 jumps, come on. Route settings. Come on, fastest route, use the jet cone. Space is extremely big. Cancel route. We want better than 117. We were at 100. 117. Why is it doing that? Let's see. We don't want economical routes. Okay. Why don't we cancel that route? We're going to restrict no M-class stars. That might get us there a little faster. No? Alright. Well, we're just going to keep going. Should have kept the original route, but we'll try again in a few more. Regardless, we are moving closer. I imagine it's pretty taxing on the computer to calculate an efficient route with that many possibilities. So we'll just do a few more and see if we can get a better count. But yeah, space is really freaking big, Duke. Like I said earlier, the odds that someone is going to stumble across one of the systems I've explored and like see my name on a planet is like so low. And everything you see in the star field here, those are all actual stars in the game. You can fly to them. Yeah, it is one of the more difficult problems in computer science, for sure. So you have to take into account how far it can jump, which stars I can fuel at, because it also will not give me a route that I'm going to run out of fuel on. Thank you, game. So it has to take into account how much fuel I'm using. It's also looking at whether it can cut the distance by jumping using neutron star boosts. So like there's a lot of things it's taking into account. But slowly but surely we're going to get there. Hopefully this evening. I'd love to show you guys some Thargoid combat tonight. Ooh, binary system. Careful. More than a binary system. But two really close. Yeah, well, once they hook up that nuclear power plant to it, maybe they'll solve my problem.
Frameshift drive charging.
Although so far AI has trouble with multiplication tables, so I doubt it's quite up to the task at this point. Yeah, this game uses my graphics card to crunch numbers for generating the systems. Every once in a while, you'll come into a system and you'll hear the fans on the graphics card spin up.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, once we get clear, I'm going to try recalculating my route again. Let's see here. Cancel route. Plot route. What do you got for me? Less than 117, please. 112. All right. What would happen? One, apply filter to route. Apply this filter to the route. Care about that one. Yeah, try that. $112. All right. Well, we tried.
Frameshift drive charging.
Zoom.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Let's see. Let's see.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Gotta be a way to get this route shorter. that fuel. My head tracker should be charged soon. I'll be able to actually look up at the stars as I'm flying by. Alright, let's look at that galaxy map. Alright, we are making very good time. How about, what if I go here instead? It's nearby. 99 jumps. I'll take it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we got a 40 light year jump to a neutron star. Yay. Slide right into the cone.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Just ignore that.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
That's the important part.
Frameshift drive charging.
Another neutron star, 2 in a row. That rocks. They're one of the most energetic phenomena we know of in the universe. Yeah, they're dangerous. I mean, they do look dangerous. But yeah, I just get in there and I scoop some juicy fuel for my engine. You know, it shakes me around a little bit.
Beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
No, we are not meant to be in space, Duke.
Frameshift drive charging.
The bad place. Not as bad as the bottom of the ocean, though. Duke's just built different.
Fuel scooping.
He likes feeling the saliva evaporate off his tongue in the vacuum.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, I imagine you would be extremely aware of how alive you are. For a brief amount of time.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
95 jumps. Making good time. That's why you have to spin at just the right speed, Duke. Although, if I'm remembering my undergrad astronomy course I took, you would be more concerned about overheating in space if you were wearing clothes than you would be about freezing. Because the only reason you're losing
Frameshift drive
any
charging.
heat is radiation, which is, kind of slow. The sun's a problem, though. You're going to be gaining a lot of heat. Yeah, my understanding is that, yeah, gaining heat is a lot more of a problem than freezing. Even if it is technically, like, cold out. I guess it's technically hot in space. The particles are energetic. It's very confusing. And it's been a very long time since I've been in an undergrad physics course.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. Why can't we be more like tardigrades? That's pretty good for hard vacuum. All I know is that in space, no one can hear you scream.
Fuel scooping.
That's what I know for sure.
Fuel scooping complete.
The land of extremes.
Frameshift drive charging.
Next jump's only 35 light years away. Probably another neutron star.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, tardigrades do look like they would like roll around on their back when you pet their belly, don't they?
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, it's a red dwarf star. It must be setting me up to line up with a neutron star. Or it's just messing with me, because I complained about how long the route was.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, this one's a neutron star. like the way they look is that you come up on them at a hyperspace. It's fun. White dwarves, though, we're gonna avoid. They are dangerous as hell.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Where to next?
Frameshift drive charging.
Class M. Yeah, Class M's are pretty much the most common star. See a lot of Class M's. Yes. Yeah, their exclusion zone is very close to where you drop in out of hyperspace. So they're just very dangerous to travel around. You can boost on their energetic jets too, but it's like generally not worth it. It doesn't boost you as much as a neutron star does, and it's just like really dangerous to get that close to one. Super rare though. You don't see many of them.
Complete.
Not in this area of the galaxy. My understanding is that our little neighborhood of the galaxy is about the most average and normal, unremarkable part of the galaxy there is. Although our star's a looker. Sol's quite a good one. And you know, I have never actually been to Sol in this game. Maybe I'll do it when I'm back. The Thargoids don't wipe us all out.
Fuel scooping.
I think I need a permit. I think I got my permit to go to Sol. Had to like have a certain reputation with the Federation. Yeah, let me look at the Codex, Duke. We can look. Let's look. No, I don't care about the knowledge base. Discoveries. Sure, sure, sure. What does it say about white dwarves? In the absence of radiation pressure, the core is collapsed, heating it up greatly before it begins a slow cooling down phase. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Anyway, I don't like them. They're scary. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
They're also like very clearly like visually different when you come up on them at a hyperspace. They look dangerous. All right, I'm gonna grab some more water while we are jumping here. I will be right back. I'm back. I got water. I ate a chip when I was gone. The Doritos spicy garlic flavor that they've got out now, excellent. We got 86 jumps. We will replot our route at the next system. So close. Scoop, scoop, scoop.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, what does the map say? We're making progress. A little more every time. Okay. Let's see here. So from 85 to 90. I guess we were going to this one. '94. Weird. Let's see here. To clear the route. We're going to filter these guys out. See what happens. Aha! There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just a matter of filtering it. Well, it's really good, Duke. This is not a sponsored stream, by the way. But if Doritos does want to pay me money to play video games, please send me an email.
Fuel scooping.
Or just send me Doritos and have me talk about Doritos. I'll sell out. All it takes is free Doritos.
Frameshift drive charging.
Who among us?
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
We're moving. Feel good about this. We're the ones that are going to make a difference. Thargoids better not have scratched the paint on any of my ships.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Keeping it topped off.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Wait for it to get far enough away that we don't melt, and go.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, system scan complete.
I like these ones. Makes me feel good about myself. I'm not missing anything.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Next.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Another one over there. Try not to fly too close to that.
Four, three, two,
So I checked the clock when I dropped out in the last system.
scooping.
It takes me about 55 seconds from hopping into one system to hopping into the next.
Complete.
We got 80 jumps to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Thanks for sticking with me, folks. Hopefully we'll be able to shave more jumps off of that soon. The closer we get, the easier it'll be to find a better route.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we'll try and recalculate at the next stop. Turns out I was really, really far away from Earth. Been a long time since I've been back in the bubble, actually.
Fuel scooping.
Colonia, where I was hanging out, is really good for exploring because not many people go out there, so you don't have to go too far away from
Complete.
all the stations you can sell your info at to places that no one's explored before. It's great.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yep, I agree, Duke. It's really the only way you can do things, unless we somehow unlock immortality.
Drive charging.
Then the plucky loner can do it and, you know, completely lose his mind before he gets to another system. The Space Mormons had the right idea. On account of humans being social animals, yeah. I think it would be a very bad idea.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete.
Excellent. Alright, let's look at that map. I'm on a good trajectory. I can leave it. Don't worry.
Fuel scooping complete.
See? Okay. So 75 jumps. Plot that route again. Show me what you can do. 8 jumps. That's cool. That's cool. We'll We'll just filter. We'll just filter. Let's filter out T-type stars. See what that does. Cancel that. Let's filter in L-type stars. '83, interesting. What about to this one? Or this one even. Now, what about we say you can use any star you want. '83. Will it do economical routes? Oh, it won't do it that far. We want fastest anyway. Fastest with jet cone. Fastest without would be. So that's without using neutron stars. It's 86. Now what about with neutron stars? All right.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, space is really big. And humans are really small. And on the scale of things, don't need that much.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yep, 100%. There's just, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And humans are very, very small. And even on Star Trek and, most sci-fi, spaceships are not that big. Like, you saw that this ship when I was showing you the exterior. It's not that big. Like, in the scale of things. It's like probably, I don't know, 300 meters or something like that. I'd have to look it up when we get to a shipyard, but it's not that big.
Fuel scooping complete.
And that sounds like a lot of metal, but there's a lot of metal in the solar system. Now, there are mega ships in this game. Like, the player-run ships are definitely not the biggest ships that there are. There's capital ships and carriers and all that, but what I'm flying now, the Anaconda, is just about the biggest player-piloted ship in the game. I think there's only a couple that are bigger.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fuel scooping complete.
The question is, why?
Frameshift drive charging.
The Sovereigns. So the Enterprise E was a Sovereign class, if I'm remembering right. I think the Sovereign was longer, but I don't think it carried more crew than the Galaxy class. I think the Galaxy class might have been bigger overall. Could be wrong. They are big, though. One of the bigger Starfleet ships.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Trying to remember if there were any that were larger in the Federation, at least. Like, later there were. Like, the Enterprise F was a bigger ship. It's an Odyssey class, if you want to look that up. But yeah, no, Starfleet doesn't really build, like, absolutely massive things. Like, and, you know, no one does it, like, the Borg are the obvious big shipbuilder guys. If you're not counting, like, stations and stuff, but
Fuel scooping.
I know, pretty sure, Duke, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I know you're a Deep Space Nine guy. The big Jemadar ships, not the fighters, but their battleships, they were pretty big, right?
Frameshift drive charging.
Not sure how they compare. Romulan ships are bigger. Some big ships out there. In this game, nothing players fly are even close to that scale. We're talking like Defiant kind of ships is what we fly in this. A crew of like 6 at most. Yeah, if I probably got him charged now. I'll put my head tracker on in a moment.
Complete. Fuel scooping.
And I'll actually show you the interior here because I can look around. Give me a moment.
Fuel scooping complete.
I'll jump to the next system and do it when we're doing that. You'll like this. This is fun.
Frameshift drive charging.
This should be charged. So the head tracker's on. No. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, I've got some other seats in here. Other players can hop in my ship if I want. No, there are player-operated carriers,
System scan.
but you don't like directly pilot them. You kind of manage them. You don't pilot them like this.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, if someone else is in the game, I could actually invite them to come sit in my chairs here. This ship doesn't have any stations they can run, but you could have various weaponry or fighters and stuff they can take control of. Yeah, you can see me here too. Got a little keyboard.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, The head tracking is way more fun.
Complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so if you have one of those player carriers, you can basically like fuel it up and it can do like mega jumps. You can set it up as a little portable station that players can use, offer various services, and take a cut. They're very expensive to maintain, though. You need to have a group of people working on keeping it operational for the most part.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
More or less, yeah.
Drive charging.
Making sure the bills are paid. Some of the people who go the trade route in this game, no pun intended, it really can be spreadsheets in space. I've always been more interested in the exploration aspects and a little bit of the combat, but I haven't done a lot of trading.
Fuel scoping.
Space trucking, I guess you would call it.
Fuel scoping complete.
Yeah, it really depends on what appeals to you.
Frameshift drive charging.
Like the joke I've heard about EVE Online, right? That like, in the far future, we're gonna have lonely people running fleets of drones out in the asteroid belt. They're gonna be all out by themselves. They'll probably have like 2 or 3 year contracts out there, just controlling drones, keeping themselves company, mining materials for a megacorp. It'll take a very special kind of person to do that job and be able to do it well. EVE Online takes the special kind of person that wants to pretend to be that guy.
Frameshift drive charging.
Down to 70 jumps. I don't think we're gonna make it tonight, folks. That's too bad. I was way too far out.
Fuel scoping.
It's neat. I like some ideas that they're playing with. I like the idea of EVE Online more than I
Frameshift drive
would like to
charging.
actually play it. It's just neat. But that doesn't mean I want to play it. This game did the interesting thing where they offered different avenues to play different play styles. Yeah, you got your combat, your exploration, your trade. Which are like the big three. The original game,
Fuel scoping complete.
there's only combat that would increase your rank. This game, you've got 6 different categories now that they've got the on-foot stuff that I've hardly played with. But yeah, CQC, close quarters combat, is maybe we'll play a little close quarters combat. That's what we're gonna do. So we are like 69 jumps, nice, away from getting back where we need to be. So we've traveled, more than half the distance. We got about a third of the way to go still. We're not going to do it tonight. But let's go play some PvP. Hopefully there are people who play it. Let's see. I am very rusty at PvP combat, though, so I may get my butt handed to me. And it was never very popular, so maybe there's no one even playing. We'll see if it takes us a long time to get a match. Yeah, sure. Team deathmatch. Let's see if anyone's playing. Yeah, sure. All right. There might not be anyone playing. Nothing, nothing, nothing? Okay. Leave matchmaking. Let's try just regular deathmatch. Is there anyone who wants to fight? Anyone? Anyone want to fight me? It's a shame because it's actually very fun. And my head tracker gives me a huge advantage over everyone else. Hey, okay. We have one other person who's going to play. Game starts in 10 seconds. Yeah. Like I said, I'm very rusty, so we'll see. I'm not even sure if I remember what my controls are, but away we go. Okay. Where is he? There he is. Okay, how do I target him? What button is that? There he is. Whoops. This is going so well. There he is. He's lost some chafe. Yeah, we got him now. Boom. Got him. Now that I know what my actual controls are, we're good. What's this? That gives me a boost of some kind. Ah, shield boost. That sounds good. Where's he hanging out? there he is. I saw him, I saw him. There he is. Oh, he's not in range. He is a very bad shot. Oh, whoops. Now we're just trading hits. Got him, though. I'm in bad shape. What's that, engine boost? Oh, weapon enhance. I need that shield enhance over there. No, that's engine. Shoot. Where's the shield one? Good, good. I like shields. He's shooting at me. Oh, stealth. That's stealth. Excellent. That's gonna mess him up. Alright. There he is. Haha. He saw me. There's someone else in the game now. Got me. Boom. Okay. Who is this newcomer? Commander Durklein Frank. Goodbye, my friend. Okay. This is ridiculous. Get that stealth. Where is he? There he is. Suspects nothing. Oh, they're fighting each other. Am I out of range? I think I'm out of range. Oh, he got me. Nice shot, buddy. Alright, alright. 1 minute remaining. So... where are they at? There they are. Got him. He's gonna get me. Bang. Tied for first. Oh no, it's gonna be a tie. Okay. So that's fun when there's actually players. Yeah. Pretty fun, pretty fun. Yeah, I get some points. Cool, cool, cool. I like it. It's fun. Anyways, thank you for indulging me, everyone, tonight. It's Elite's 40th anniversary. The original Elite game came out 40 years ago, so we've been playing some Elite Dangerous. Didn't meet any Thargoids tonight, but we did blow up some other people. That's fun. We are 6 weeks away from my Extra Life Marathon. I'm going to be gaming for 24 hours, raising money for the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children. Please visit my fundraising page. Hang on, let me post a link. If you haven't been there, check it out. There's some fun incentives. You can pick a game for me to play during my marathon once my main game is finished. You can... what else? You can pick a place for me to fly in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can donate $666 and I will eat the world's spiciest hot sauce on a pierogi, and then I will play video games without drinking milk. I am also, this is new this year, if you are in the Greater Toronto area, there's an incentive to receive a 1-hour lesson in 17th century Italian fencing from me. Retro video games are not the only old thing I enjoy. I also enjoy old swordplay, and I will teach you a lesson. I will provide all equipment. You just have to be in the GTA somewhere because I'm not traveling across the world to visit you for it. Yeah, so that's 6 weeks away. Visit the page, support me. It'll be a ton of fun. Yeah, swords are cool, eh, Duke? You should try fencing sometime. Maybe you should pick that incentive. Uh, again, I'm going to be streaming regularly for the next 6 weeks. Wednesdays is my normal night. I'm only doing it tonight because of the 40th anniversary of Elite. But yes, everyone really should, Duke. Take up fencing, everyone. That's my message for you. Donate to my fundraiser and take up fencing. Okay, everyone. I'm going to leave you now, but this was a lot of fun. I'm glad I could give you a taste of combat at the end there, and I even won / tied for winner. Yeah, we'll do this again sometime. Enjoy your evenings, folks.